Shalom. It's on. It's live. It's live. Jump into another cup so
Wow. All right. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started 1 West 125th Street on the Commandant General YAHANNA. Not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite school. All right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and get into it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about, you know what I'm saying, this work. You know what I'm saying? Basic, you know what I'm saying? The work of the Lord is very important. I'm saying it's the most important thing a Black, Hispanic, or Native American woman, sister, or brother can do. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing on this planet that's more important than a priest and prophet.
Right.
All right. All right. Go ahead and get Exodus 18:20.
Exodus chapter 18, verse 20. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sion and Salakia on the top of the mount, and the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 21. And then the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 22. And let the priests also which come near to the Lord to the Lord sanctify themselves.
You are 19 and 20.
Oh, Slakia.
I was like, that don't sound right. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, we got to do this work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're ordained priests and prophets. You know what I'm saying? We're a nation of priests. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 18, verse 20. And thou shalt teach them orders and laws, and shall show them the way wherein they must walk in the work that they must do.
Right. So we're teachers. We got to show, you know what I'm saying, teach the people the way they should go. You know what I'm saying, what they should do. And, you know what I'm saying, what are the laws, statutes, commandments? You know, what are they? You know what I'm saying, how do we follow them exactly? You know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, what's the breakdown on such and such or whatever? You know what I'm saying, who did Christ die for? You know what I'm saying, did God love the world? You know what I'm saying? You know, things like that. We're to teach them. You know what I'm saying, have, you know what I'm saying, our military, our army, you know what I'm saying, civilians, all of our people, you know what I'm saying, in order. Everything needs to be in order. Keep going.
Verse 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men such as fear God, men of truth, hating what's the word? Virtuous, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds and rulers of fifties and rulers of tens.
Right. So you know what I'm saying, that's rank. Rulers of 50, saying hundreds, tens, and whatnot. That's you know what I'm saying, officers of 50, officers of 500,000, so on and so forth. Read that again from the start.
Verse 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the men. I mean, it's like out
Speak
of
up
all.
just a little bit, sir.
Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands and of rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties and rulers of tens.
Right. So place the mighty men, you know what I'm saying, and give them the power to guide the people. You know what I'm saying? The strongest men, you know what I'm saying, we're the ones who are always given rank to be over the people and guide and lead the people. Keep going.
Verse 23, if thou shalt do this thing and God command thee so, then all this people shall also go to their place in peace.
Right. So everybody gonna have understanding, and then they're gonna go back to their place in peace. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be shalom. Go ahead.
Verse 24. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father in law and did all that he had said.
All right. Well, right. So he did all that he had said. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's an order. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Moses was a general. You know what I'm saying? So was his brother. You know what I'm saying? There's always been order. You know what I'm saying? Throughout this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Throughout our traditions and you know what I'm saying? Who we are as a people. There's always been order and things like that. You know what I'm saying? There's never been well, I don't want to say there's never been lawlessness, but you know what I'm saying, following how this book should go, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna put things in order in the right, you know what I'm saying, way it should be. Okay. Give me Matthew 22:14. Actually, Exodus 19:6. Should be like a page away. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a nation of priests, man. We're you know what I'm saying? We're an army. You know what I'm saying? And this,
19:6.
yeah, 19:6. Go ahead, read that.
All right, Exodus chapter 19, verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Right. So we're, you know what I'm saying, a nation of priests and prophets. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are right now. You know what I'm saying? We're building the nation up again. You know what I'm saying? Every man, you know what I'm saying, who comes into the UPK and you know what I'm saying becomes an officer, you know what I'm saying, they're a priest, you know what I'm saying, priest and prophet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We, you know what I'm saying, it's our duty to teach the people and build up this nation again like it was. You know what I'm saying? It's all left to us to do it.
Outside here. You can move for a second.
But you know what I'm saying? It's up to us to build this nation. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying, like the prayer goes, as in heaven, so in earth. So it's not like heaven is someplace in the sky. You know what I'm saying? It's us. You know what I'm saying? We got to build this place up. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and give me Matthew 22:14. All right. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So the brothers and sisters that have come into this truth, you know what I'm saying, you've been called. You know what I'm saying? We've been called to do this work. We've been called by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The Lord chose us to be a priest or a prophet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not a very light thing. I'm saying not many people get to be priests and prophets.
Right.
You know, it's very rare. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, you know what I'm saying, the mightiest of men to be a priest and prophet. You know what I'm saying? People get scared when they see us out at camp.
Right.
They be seeing us getting boot kisses, white people bowing down.
Right.
That's scary to a lot of people.
It's like, if I may too.
Go ahead.
Also,
sir.
a lot of people don't like it either. You know, just like
I won't speak up just a tad. Speak real low.
I said, just like, you know, just like when Christ said, man, a lot of people ain't like what he said and like what he did, so they hated Christ just like how they hate us when we at camp. Like when we at camp, you know, you have not only you got to worry about, you know, the so-called white man, our enemies of our people, but we also got to worry about, like, you know, our own people too, because we so destroyed. But as a priest, you know, it's our job to continue to go out there, no dangerous, no matter how dangerous the job might be.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. Because it is, in a sense, this is a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It don't pay, but it pays off. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It pays as is, it doesn't have a financial pay, but it has a different kind of pay. You know what I'm saying? Which we're gonna get into anyway. But you know what I'm saying, this is the best job on earth, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, for a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man. You know what I'm saying? You finally get to see your enemies bow before you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and kiss your boot. You know what I'm saying, licking up the dust. You know what I'm saying? This is the greatest job on planet Earth, man.
Right.
All right. Go ahead and read that, son.
22:14.
Right.
This is Book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen.
Right. So many are called, but few are chosen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Many people find out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know they're Israelites.
Right.
Like these, a lot of celebrities know they're Israelites. A lot of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's damn near close to the whole world knowing in a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but who's actually gonna become a priest and prophet? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna actually make it into the truth? You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, wide is the gate to destruction, but narrow, you know what I'm saying, is the path to righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Narrow is that route, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, what's up?
And like people avoid the truth because they too busy being stuck in their worldly ways.
Right.
You know, like you have some brothers and sisters that's out there that don't come into the truth because you gotta leave weed alone. You know, you can't be in the truth and be a whore. You can't be in the truth and be a drug dealer. You understand? So when you come into the truth, you physically have to make a change. You have to change something about yourself. You can't come in the truth and then just be like, yeah, I'm in the truth and still doing what you was doing in the world. You understand? Otherwise, you're just a person who knows they're Israelite,
right,
and still a Christian. You understand? A Christianite. Christian
right.
like
Christian Israelite.
you
Right?
understand? So when you come into the truth, you got to make a change. Many choose not to make a change because they too busy living in the world that they want to live in, doing what they want to do. They don't want to do what the Most High do. They want to do what they want to
Right.
do. You got it.
All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like the other one said, you know, a lot of people want to do what they want to do. And if you follow, you know what I'm saying, you become a priest and prophet, you can't do what you want to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what's up, son?
Go ahead. It's like,
Right. It's not about feelings and emotions anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not about doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You like to smoke or whatever because it feels good or whatever. You just, you know, relieves a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you want anymore. It's about what the Lord wants. And it's about what your people need. You know, because you know what I'm saying, our people are in hell right now. I don't even really have to reiterate that. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to see that we in hell.
right.
Very easy. You know I'm saying poverty is hell, man. Go ahead and give me 1 Thessalonians 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Poverty is hell. You know what I'm saying? Hell is a condition. Hell is a condition that, you know what I'm saying, when you become a priest and prophet, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get your people out of hell, man. You know what I'm saying? We weren't meant to be in hell forever. You know what I'm saying? Judah's not a homeborn slave, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta come up out this hell eventually, up out of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Unify and get up out this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather be a servant for the Lord than stay slaving for this devil, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a slave forever. You know, that's horrible, man. Especially when you start looking up all kinds of ways the slaves were tortured. I mean, I'm telling you, man, like we don't even have like a accurate picture of how horrible slavery really was. You know what I'm saying? Roots isn't a accurate movie. You know what I'm saying? It isn't super accurate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors had to go through some hellish things.
Right.
Hellish. First Thessalonians 1 and 3. All right, go ahead and get it.
1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 3. Remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience of hope in our Lord Yahawashi in the sight of God our Father.
Right, so it's supposed to be a labor of love, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Blessed is that prophet that when Christ come back, you know what I'm saying, he sees you still doing the work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be a labor of love. So you're not supposed to, you know, it's best that you look at it that way, because you don't want to be going to camp like, oh man, I'm tired of speaking on the pulpit. Or, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of going to class.
All right.
Saying, man, these laws, statutes, commandments, man, I just need to go see the weed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's better to think of this as a something you really love to do, as a passion. You know, because once you start thinking that, you know, dang, why I got, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this. Once you start thinking that, that's Satan trying to get to you. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know what I'm saying, you get so tired, we stop seeing you, and you know what I'm saying, it'd be months go by, and you'd be like, man, where did he go?
Right.
You know, I ain't seen that brother in months. Is he still paying his tithes? You know, you don't want to get tired of the truth. Give me 2 Thessalonians 3 and 6. Yeah. Give me a hand with this scripture too.
Side door.
Right. So I'm saying we gotta be that faithful servant.
What you want?
2 Thessalonians 3 and 6. Right. So, you know, we gotta love the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? You were called and you were chosen. You were chosen to be in the school. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta do.
Right.
Saying now there's work to do. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 3 and 6, right?
Right, go ahead.
All right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after the tradition which he received of us.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 7.
Side door.
For yourselves knowing how ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly among you.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Do the right thing, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If, you know what I'm saying, if there's a brother that's not in order, you know what I'm saying, correct him, make sure he's in order. You know, keep going.
Verse 8. Neither did we eat any man's bread for right with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, just give me 1 Timothy 5 and 8. I can't remember why I put that. But yeah, just give me 1 Timothy 5. All right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got to correct our people. We got to show them the right way to go. You know what I'm saying? That's part of being a prophet. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what all the prophets did. They prophesied and correct the people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5. I mean, it's like you said 5 and 8, right?
Right, 5 and 8. Right, so you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get corrected, and you're gonna do some correction. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of what's being a man too. You know what I'm saying? Getting things in order. getting your house in order. I'm saying putting things in their proper place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't want a chaotic house, man. You don't want your woman to be over you.
All right.
Or women, you don't want your man to be under you. You know what I'm saying? Because that, like that, everybody's unhappy. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
Right. So if you don't do this work, you worse than an infidel, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You basically a traitor. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not giving your people what they need.
What page is this on?
You're not giving your
What page is
people
this on?
you're not giving your people, you know what I'm saying, the proper guidance. And, you know what I'm saying? Because correction is love. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying doing this work is above anything and everything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, you know, what job or career or profession or, you know what I'm saying, what slavery you do. I'm saying this work got to come before
anything else.
Right. This is the top priority. You know, read that one more time for me if you could.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, especially of those of his own house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
Right. So you got to provide, you know what I'm saying, correction. This word, you got to provide breakdowns for your family. You got to give them understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not guiding your household, then, you know what I'm saying, it's just going wherever it wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Which usually means your woman is in charge of it. And it's just going to go, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's going to go over a cliff, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no guidance. You're not leading it in the proper direction. So you just an infidel, man. You like a traitor. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to add, sir?
No.
All right.
You cover what I was saying.
Most High Christ. Give me Hebrews 4:14.
Hebrews 4:14.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, what you should, you know what I'm saying, about money and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about any of that stuff.
Say it again? About what?
That's
what a lot of people do. Like they reason for not doing the work is, you know,
I just need to get this money.
I need it. I understand, like, if you're in a position to, like, where you got to, you know, provide for your family, and that's the only way. But, you know, you have some brothers that use the slavery as an excuse that be at the house and be like, man, I'm slaving right now, so I can't come to camp. I'm slaving right now, so this is why I can't do this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you really at home, you're not really doing nothing.
Right. So you like an infidel, man. You know what I'm saying? You it's almost like you turn traitor. You know what I'm saying? It's like you slipping back into the world. I mean, just about literally, because all you're doing is slaving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not, you know, you stop paying your tithes, you stop coming to camp, stop coming to class, stop showing your face. You know what I'm saying? Now you just back in the world again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You stop caring for your people. And caring for your people, it just got too hard. You know what I'm saying? It got tiring.
It's like you doing the work of the Lord was too tired and too troublesome for him, and
right,
you know, fighting off your demons that you fighting with is too hard, and so you know this is what you're doing because you don't want to do the right thing. So you know you're gonna backtrack. You're gonna go back into the world. Because you feel like, you know, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, teaching your people, loving your brothers and sisters, that's too hard.
Right.
To love black people, and that's just an excuse for being weak.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say no excuses, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you need a legitimate reason. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like how you said, brothers will use the slavery you know what I'm saying, to never come by, you know what I'm saying, never show their face. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all this slavery. You know what I'm saying? We'll pay your tithes then. You know what I'm saying? If you're slaving so much. You know what I'm saying? And then some brothers, you know what I'm saying, they don't have slavery. So, you know what I'm saying, since you don't have a slavery, you know what I'm saying, just continue to provide for your family, you know what I'm saying, by doing this work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have a slavery, nothing's wrong with that, man.
And it's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
It's like if I'm my bad.
I mean, I just want to finish this small point. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just want to say, like, you know what I'm saying, a brother who doesn't have a slavery, you know what I'm saying, this society will look down on him. But, you know what I'm saying, in this truth, saying what you're doing is the most important thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna look down on a brother for not having a slavery.
Right.
While you know what I'm saying, the world outside of here, they'll say, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, a nigga with no money is worthless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like your whole, you know what I'm saying, the only way you have any value is if you got money in your pocket. And once you stop having that, well, now you worthless, man. You nothing. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, sir.
So I lost my point.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, yeah.
Hebrews 4:14.
Hebrews chapter 4.
4:14.
Verse 14. It's like
Right. So, you know, if you don't have a slavery, man, it's no big deal. You know, it's best that, you know what I'm saying, just come do the work of the Lord, because this is what matters anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be fruitful in the kingdom. You don't have all the riches because you decided to, you know, whatever the situation you had, you know what I'm saying, whether you gave up your slavery to do the work of the Lord, or, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of brothers make a lot of sacrifices. Go ahead, son.
Hebrews chapter 4, verse 14. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Jesus, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession.
Right. So since, you know what I'm saying, Christ is gone, so we don't really have any protection. Our king is gone. You know what I'm saying? So since he's gone, you know what I'm saying, hold fast your profession, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get back to building ourselves up. We gotta build this kingdom again. We gotta build our you know what I'm saying, our temples and everything. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know what I'm saying, our king does come back. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll see us, you know what I'm saying, working. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, hold fast your profession, because this work is top priority. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give me Proverbs 15:28. All right, because, you know what I'm saying, as a priest and prophet, you wanna you know what I'm saying, you wanna study, you wanna be a good workman. You know what I'm saying, a good prophet. You wanna make sure you can answer, you know what I'm saying, as many questions as you can.
Right.
You know, as many questions as you can, because it's, you know what I'm saying, life is a battle. So everything you do, it's a battle. It's a war. What's that saying? Right, life is about warfare. You know, a constant struggle. So whether it's at home or it's at, you know, your job, you know what I'm saying, or the world, or whatever you're dealing with, everything's a battle. You know, there's something always trying to you know what I'm saying, struggle with you, trying to kill you. Right. You know what I'm saying, the bacteria is trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying, everything. The food's trying to kill you. The air, right? The white man. And that's the biggest virus on planet Earth.
Right.
But go ahead, sir. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 15, was 23? 15 to 28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things.
Right. So the righteous study. You know, we're at camp. You know what I'm saying, brothers bringing out their breakdowns. You know what I'm saying, we cutting up demons and all kinds of things. You know, we got the books ready. You know, we study. You know, we're scholars. You know, but the wicked, you know what I'm saying, they pour out anything that comes to their head. You know what I'm saying, they try to say they are infinite being.
Yeah, infinite being. That's the one.
That's the one.
That was the one.
Right. Right. They don't know what they talking about. You know, God does love everybody.
Right.
No, God don't love everybody. You know, more specifically, he really hates the white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, he really he thinks all the other nations are nothing, and he really hates the white man. You know, see the wicked, they'll just say anything.
Right.
Not according to knowledge.
Right.
Not according to really anything, except their own opinion and emotions. So that's why the righteous study, because we coming straight from the holy text, you know, straight from the book. We got to study because a lot of our people are confused. You know, they're really lost. You know, read that for me one more time, sir.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 28. The heart of the righteous studied to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things.
Right, the mouth of the wicked pour out evil things. They, you know what I'm saying, they come up to the camp and just, you know what I'm saying, go to town, man. They go crazy on us, you know what I'm saying? You know, they act a fool out there.
Right, right.
So it's our job to, you know, cast out demons and correct our people. You know. Anything you want to add, sir?
We covered.
All right, most time.
That's mostly we're gonna counter them demons at home, at camping at home.
Right, at home. That's right.
At home is the one. That's where you're gonna get attacked at. You ain't see, because the whole purpose of brotherhood is to, like, if I'm going through something, I can always rely on my brothers. Like, I can always go to my brothers and be around my brothers and make you feel better. But you know, when you at home, you ain't there by you there by yourself. You know, you ain't got that brotherhood. You know, you damn near vulnerable to be attacked. But that's why you gotta be strong and study. You know, I mean, because you gonna be tested. So,
right,
it's hard out here.
Right. You know, you gotta rely on your brothers.
Right. You're gonna be under attack. You know, that's what the brotherhood is there for. That's what the council is there for.
Right.
You know, so you don't fall out the truth.
Damn right.
So you don't fall victim to the demons.
Because if there's something you don't know, there's a brother right there at camp who do know it.
Right.
You know. So we, you know what I'm saying, we stay winning. You know. There's some I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can always seek counsel and get help on it. You know, because you know what I'm saying, like how we say, you know, brotherhood is a weapon. You know what I'm saying, it's one of the best weapons we got. You know, without this brotherhood, and you know, our people are finished. You know, I didn't even think a place like this existed when I was out in the world.
Right, right.
Real talk. I knew there was gangs and such, but you know, it wasn't on anything trying to build.
And that goes to show you just how destroyed our people is.
Right.
Like, a place like this is so far out of reach for my people that, you know, it become like fantasy. Like, it's not even realistic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody else has that type of brotherhood or, you know, connection with their people or, you know, with their own kind. You see what I'm saying? But it's up for our people. Like, it's just so far out of reach that it becomes like unreal. But the truth is that it's actually here and it do exist. And the only place it exists is in I.S.U.P.K.
Right. You know, because a fake Israelite camp, they not going, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as being in the church. You know, I think there was some brother who came out and saying one of these other fake Israelite camps, he came out and said, you know what I'm saying, I don't care. I'm gay and I got a gay friend. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying, right. We, you know what I'm saying, we've been new. You know, this the only place with the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We been knew all they did was
He
smoke.
said he was tired of being. He said he was tired of being in the closet. Damn.
Man, he was tired of being in.
Like, you know why that is?
Is there a mic for
No, I don't need a mic. I can. But the reason for that is that some of these camps are so Christian that they make an environment for you to, just because you know you're an Israelite,
right?
like you're not really changing nothing about yourself. You coming and you doing the same things that you was doing at church. You just wearing all white,
Right.
and you wearing a long shirt. It's really like you can be gayer than you can be in the Christmas. Christian Christmas is all the goddamn same thing.
Right.
You really be gayer than you're being in the Christian church. You wearing these white, you wearing headdresses and everything like that. They don't wear mitres, they wear turbans. You see them, they singing at the Feast of Dedication. And man, the Feast of Dedication was about killing some goddamn evil ass heathen and some treacherous ass priests that followed after the heathen that dedicated our temple to idols, and we rededicated. It was about death. It was about conquering.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? That's what the Feast of Dedication was about. They didn't go up in there and have a concert and start singing gospel songs and shit like that. Understand what I'm saying? Salaki. See, they provide a way for you to be like, okay, I'm an Israelite. I know that I'm an Israelite, but we can still be Christians. Like, we can still do this same stuff that we've been doing. We can still have white people in here. We can just have them say that they our slaves, give us some money or something.
Right.
Sometimes hold some signs up at camp. I've seen them holding signs and stuff up at camp. Understand what I'm saying? They give them and the people that who know that they are Israel, they don't have to change anything if they go to these other camps. When you coming out I.S.U.P.K, you have to change what you were doing. You can't be that person who you were being in the world anymore.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? Just like you probably was saying, you got to get checked. You got to take a check-in. If you can't take that check-in, then that's a testament to your manhood or your weakness. Understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But all these other camps, man, it's gonna be scandal. Just like General Hyman said a couple of years ago, it's gonna be scandal after scandal after scandal coming, because you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? And the I.S.U.P.K has never had any scandal come from it. Understand what I'm saying? But these other camps, IUIC, GOCC, is scandal after scandal after goddamn scandal. You hear about them being police. You hear about them being homosexuals. You hearing about them coming out being a homosexual again. You hear about them sending pictures of their phallus or another man's phallus to high-ranking members just to see if they down. And if they not down, then they gotta get the hell out of there. Understand what I'm saying? And the ones that wasn't down, they got the hell up out of there. Well, this is where you can come if you're not about that gay shit, man. Understand what I'm saying? So like,
right, Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just that they spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't even make it to be a trooper here. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. Brotherhood too strong here. You know what I'm saying? While in their camps, they ain't got no real brotherhood. They don't love their people. There's no love for each other over there. It's right, exactly. It's the same thing as being a Christian all over again, just with the Israelite mask on it. So go ahead and read Hebrews 4:14 one more time. I mean
Proverbs.
Proverbs.
All right, 15:28. Proverbs 15 verse 28. The heart of the righteous studied to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poured out evil things.
Right. Give me 2 Timothy 2:15.
2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right. So, I'm saying a good soldier, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna study. You know what I'm saying, he's building up his armor. You know what I'm saying, his shield and his sword. You know what I'm saying, he's gonna make sure he can defend and attack. you know, and strategically. And same way it is with the scriptures, you know, brother needs to study, you know what I'm saying? And say, read that for me one more time, please.
Okay, no sweat. For 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. It's like verse 15. Study to shew thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's breaking down the scriptures.
Right.
Saying brothers should study, man, all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, as you know what I'm saying, as much as you can, and you know, when you can, you know. Anything you want to add on that as far as like studying? Okay. Give me Matthew 6:31. Actually, James 2:26. We'll get Matthew later.
All right.
Right. All right. So yeah, you know, we gotta stay strong for the truth, man. You know, we can't falter. We can't, you know, slip back into the world. You know, because that's, you know, you add into not only your own destruction, but the destruction of other people.
You say you want James what?
James 2:26.
Okay.
You know, brothers should come to camp, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know, do the best he can. You know what I'm saying? I know brothers got slaveries, but you know what I'm saying, just do the best you can, you know what I'm saying, to support this truth.
Right.
You know, there ain't a lot of people in this truth. People aren't lined up to the truth, man.
Right.
You know.
It's like if a man.
Go ahead, sir.
Like it even so, like even if you are slaving, I mean, give money then. You know, since you slaving, you know, that much, you know, at least support the school and the brotherhood. At least do that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, you know, be there physically in the spirit, at least support the school and your brothers financially.
Right.
At least you can do.
Right. That's the least a brother can do. If you slaving that much, man, just pay your tithes then. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the school, man. Don't leave the school. The worst thing you can do is leave the school. You know, we understand brothers slave, brothers got, you know, many kids, you know, sisters got a lot of kids, and, you know, things like that. You know, brothers and sisters understand, but the worst thing you can do, man, is to leave the truth. It's to never really, you know, be your full self. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't slip back to your old self.
So like,
go ahead.
Then the minute they slip back to their old self, they're gonna be down to under 45 smoking K2.
Dang.
Man,
You know
K2.
they done got rid of the one demon and 7 more demons then came.
Right.
He went back, he the one got reinforcements. Right, he done brought back the troops. You know what I'm saying? The Legion of Doom.
Right.
That's it, man. That's how it be when you follow out the truth. You be in the truth and you're doing good for so long, but the desire to do bad overpowers the desire to do good, and then you get destroyed more than you was when you in your first mindset of destruction.
Right. You know, it's a sad thing when a brother or sister fall back into the world, man.
Right.
You know, because now the family that they had, you know what I'm saying, their family gonna see how they became too weak, you know, and they fell back into the world. You know what I'm saying? Now they can't no longer go by the Bible anymore. You know what I'm saying, because now they just back into the world. They're doing their own thing again.
Right.
You know, now there's no structure, you know, within themselves and their whole household. So now they've condemned the whole household.
Right.
You know, and that, you know, when that's a large price on your head, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're responsible for your kids and, you know what I'm saying, your wife and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So now you leading them into destruction. You know, so it's, You know, it's not a game, man. You know what I'm saying? This stuff here is serious.
Right.
You know, it's the only place where you can see your enemies bow before you and kiss your boot, man.
They kingdom.
Right, in their kingdom. Right.
It's they kingdom.
Right. So, you know, that's nothing but the Most High right there.
Right.
And then you want to go back into the world, you know, where you just got tired of seeing the slave master kiss your boot, and now it just does nothing for you no more.
No, like I said
Like,
before,
you know what I'm saying?
like I said before, man, like normally when people lead the truth, they already looking for a reason to lead the truth. So when they lead the truth, it's either because, you know, and 9 out of 10, especially, you know, in the UPK, you know what I'm saying? Most people leave other school because they want to be queers. You understand? But you know, most of them, go ahead, sir.
I'll take you one even further than that. They never were in the truth.
Right.
Like nobody, well, I hope nobody in this room right now can leave the truth and start back smoking weed and shit.
Right.
Can start back messing with random whores, eating pork and everything like that. If you can start back doing that, that means that you never stop doing it.
Right.
In the first place. Understand what I'm saying? So those people, if you have so-called brothers who done been in the truth that's done left and don't talk to you no more, man, they never was your brother, man. They was taking the funk the whole time. They was faking it. And just like Cap Kahan said one time, that you can only fake being in the truth so long before that's how weed your ass out.
Right.
Man, that's powerful, man.
Yes,
Man.
That's true. You can only fake being in the truth for so long. Exactly what he said.
It out.
Yep. Right. Like, you know, and then, you know, you got some people that come into the truth and they come in, you know, good brothers and the will to do evil overpowers the will to do good. And then them so-called good brothers, all of a sudden now they I want to say, you know, crazy, but they mad in the mind, like they lose their mind. You know, some people lose their mind. Some people become whores. You know, it's just crazy, man. Some people, when they leave the truth, they become like they're not only smoking weed no more. Like they take it up a notch. You know, they take it to the next level. It's weed now, but next is primos. You understand? And then it's K2, then primos. I don't know what order they go in. I'm just saying, you know, it escalates to some serious drug addiction problems. Right. And then, like I said, next thing you know, you under the freeway smoking synthetic and smoking cigarette butts.
Right, because they had a taste of what it was to be righteous. And now it was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't saying that wasn't really
right.
That wasn't really me.
To be full evil.
Right.
You know?
I might as well just be a full demon.
Absolutely diabolical.
Go ahead.
But what y'all was saying was so heavy because I was thinking about like for instance, a lot of the brothers like once they do get a taste of the righteousness, and once you know what I mean the demons decide to kind of like take them away from the righteousness and the brotherhood, it kind of reminds me of Judas. You know what I mean? Where Judas betrayed Christ so much where it drove him to insanity of killing himself. And that's what brothers are basically doing today in the street. They're killing themselves. Right. You know, time and time again once they leave this righteous brotherhood. So I just want to toss that in there too.
Damn right.
Right. The demon just take over them. And like how he said, they end up like Judas. They end up hanging themselves.
Right. It's so much to bear.
Right.
The burden. The shame.
Right. Because they know they literally turn their back on the Lord.
Right. And they brothers.
Right. And they people, they brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's tragic.
It is tragic.
Right.
It's tragic.
Crazy. Let's go ahead and get where are we at? James 2:26.
Yeah, James chapter 2, verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
Right. So faith without works is dead. You know, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, put your brick in.
Right. So like,
go ahead, sir.
That also go for like you know, like talking about, oh yeah, man, like, you know, I'm in the truth, you know, posting scriptures and doing the whole 9 yards. Like for brothers is different. Like brothers, they get on Facebook, you know, they want to, you know, they want to talk about, oh man, the Lord this, the Lord that, you know. Then and then it be most of the people that say they in the truth but don't care about the truth. Like, so you in the truth but you don't care about learning the real ancient Hebrew. You prefer to disrespect him and call him Yeshua and all that other kind of stuff. You understand?
Right.
And all this nothing Hebrew, like you don't care about the real deal, but you in the truth. So how could you care? How could you be in the truth and not care about the truth? Like care about, you know, the real language, not what the white man speak about, you know, what your people what your people used to speak.
Right.
The truth. You don't care about that. You want to learn, like you want to go around talking about Allahaya. You understand it, and you know all this other kind of stuff, man. Like not giving, like not calling him by his real name. You understand? Like being like falling out the truth goes a long way. Like it goes deep. You go into the ocean and sink.
Mariana Trench deep.
Right. Heavy. But you know, but they be, you know, they be on Instagram and Facebook talking about how much they love the truth, but they never go to camp.
Right.
You never see them at camp ever. You know, they be like, you know, they post memes and stuff, but they don't do no work. You know what I'm saying? They be like, well, Genesis 25:25 say Esau was the red man. See, look, his pink, his skin pink. But you're not out there calling a white man the devil.
Right.
You know, because you too scared. You don't have no Facebook profile of you on there. You know what I'm saying? See, because you ashamed. You don't want to be seen talking, like calling a white man the devil to his face. So you don't want to actually put the work in and do what it take. Like it take a lot to go out and feed and try to feed a whole nation of people with just so many people.
Right.
You understand? Like it take, like it's hard, it's a burden, but it's a good burden. Like I don't mind it, you know what I'm saying? But because it's the right thing to do. And then you have those who have faith but no works. You know, they talk about it, but they ain't got no work behind it. You ain't got one picture of you even talking to a brother about the truth.
Right.
You understand? Y'all take pictures in the living room. We out at camp. You know what I mean?
Right. They in the living room going over scriptures.
Right.
That they don't ever bring out.
Right. Unless it's you can't even say phone call or even YouTube channel, because some of them don't have YouTube channels.
Man.
So this is absolutely no work. It's straight 3,000 followers on Instagram, but no truth.
So they less than
Right.
the internet prophet.
They infidel.
Right. They are infidel. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't provide the real truth to their family and friends and their people. You know. What?
26.
Oh no. Okay. You already said 226.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we good. Let's get 2 Chronicles 15:7. You know what I'm saying? So this work, man, this work is of utmost importance.
Well, again, I was also going to mention, like, you gotta be like cold or hot.
Right.
You can be lukewarm.
Right.
We need some revelations.
Yeah, go ahead and bring
It's about the lukewarm precept.
Yeah, the lukewarm.
It's Revelation 3:15.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So that because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Right. Saying most high in Christ. Because
That's my wife right there.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Get her brother hand, man.
That's a little island right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's a great precept because
I'm right.
there's no such thing as being lukewarm or
Right.
lukewarm. Because even though you're a fake Israelite, you still just a Christian.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? You really just, you know what I'm saying? You're not really doing, you know, you trying, you know what I'm saying? It's just being fake, man.
right,
You know,
right,
it's putting on a facade like you're
Right.
really about this life, but you're not. You
right.
know what I'm saying? It's like you're a rapper and all you speak about is doing gangster stuff.
Like a Lil Wayne, like a Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne. You like Lil Wayne or something.
I was a blood, but then I used to be a Crip.
Right.
What?
You was in every camp or something.
Right.
Except the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Accept the truth.
Right, accept
Right.
the truth. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
It's just a facade. I don't even see the point of putting on the facade.
Right.
Like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? What? Just
It's not
Just
even
do the
worth
real
it. It's
thing.
either you either in or you out.
right. You either hot or you cold, man. No such thing as lukewarm.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I forgot that. I'm gonna start calling, brother. You look warm, brother.
Right.
You look warm.
They lukewarm brothers.
So you in the wrong speed.
Man.
Lord
Something you want to
Christ.
speak on, sir?
So you want to bring it out, sir? That's not crazy.
You know, so you know, don't be no lukewarm brother or sister. Just coming to the truth, man.
Right.
Just
Do
be,
right.
Right. Be for real about it.
Do right.
Right. Do right. Be a righteous brother and sister.
You would say my laws are not grievous. It's not hard to do, man. Like
Exactly.
doing the law and being the truth and doing the right thing is not hard to do, especially when you got support. But if it's what's crazy because like the support is there for you to utilize. It's there for you. You just gotta come and at least try, at least put your best foot forward, you know, and fight the demons. Like try to like battle them,
Right.
you know, to get them out. But if you ain't even trying, then of course you're gonna lose a fighting battle. It's like boxing, but you're not blocking. You know, you just steady taking jabs to the face, but you just like on head, you know, like
Not
he ain't
throwing
got
punches.
right. He just like the demon just tearing him up, and he just like this, just like taking it. You know, you gotta fight back. Fight back. You know, like at least try to take control over your life. You know what I'm saying? Like tell the demons like enough is enough. Like if you need help, say you need help. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to fight it by yourself.
Right.
Because you'll lose.
Damn right. You know, if you can't stop smoking weed or whatever problem you have, you know what I'm saying, call up a brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we're here to help.
Right. That's what the brotherhood is there for.
Right. Right. Exactly. That's what it's here for. You know, it's not that, you know, we're not here to belittle you.
Right.
You know, we're not here to talk down. You know, you think we trying to talk down because you don't know what real love is.
Right.
You know, nobody's ever tried to seriously talk to you.
And if I may, and majority of the time is because they done been beat down by the world so bad, and they've been into a relationship and the woman and beat them down so bad.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not an excuse to just, you know, not seek counsel and come to the truth, like not to seek out the truth. That's not a good enough reason.
Right.
There's no excuse for that.
Right.
That's why I love the school motto: no cowards, no excuses. All of the excuses, I don't want to hear that. You can keep that.
Right.
Just be honest. You know, we can work with we can work with that. You know, we can work on from that. You know, we being honest, but if you're not being honest, then brother, that's between you and the Lord.
Damn right. You know, because correction may be harsh, emotionally and whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so is your destruction gonna be, if you don't get straight.
Right.
You don't get straight with the Lord. Because you know what I'm saying, like how we said before, life is a battle, man.
Right.
So you're gonna be, struggling with yourself, trying to overcome whatever demon that's on you. So, it's always best to seek counsel.
Right. That's what it's there for.
Right. And get the that guidance, that help.
Right. The UPK said all the time, UPK has some excellent counselors, man. Like the UPK so great, fake Israelites seek counsel from the UPK.
Damn.
You understand? And that's heavy. You know,
right.
they don't go to Elder Bishop. You gotta call him, that's his name, because you be like Elder, like they be like, my name Yasharala Israel Bishop,
Right.
or some pagan stuff like that. But you know, they like, you have other camps.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Salaki. When Captain Cesariak was here this past weekend, it was a brother in here. He had fringes on his shirt.
Right, I remember that, bro.
And I went outside and I talked to him, and I told him that he should come back. But you know, like Captain Cesariak, he famous,
Right.
around like the so-called conscious community, because he done killed all they idolaters and they main men. Understand what I'm saying? He the chemical killer. But the thing is that like you will never see a UPK brother trying to go meet Nathaniel or
Right.
Old boy from GOCC, Rakash,
Right.
or whatever, or Tahar, or any other of these splinter cells. Understand what I'm saying? But they
Splinter cell.
don't come here. When
Most
they
High
know that
Christ.
the UPK in time, they don't stop at our camp. We have no reason to stop at them.
Right.
The hell we go, what, to kill their demons? That's the only reason we gonna come there. We ain't gonna come sit down and ask questions.
Right.
You come sit down and ask questions when you know that there's a man with more knowledge than you teaching, or you are talking, or you are sitting in the presence of a man with more knowledge than what you have. See, UPK, we don't do that.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying?
Damn right. We don't do things that
Because we got
sense.
Officer Amatazai and Officer Yeshua Gabar. Understand what I'm saying? We got General Mahayim. We got Commanding General YAHANNA. So why go anywhere else? Understand what I'm saying?
Right.
See, if you in another camp and you be sitting up in I.S.U.P.K classes, what does that tell you?
Right.
What does that tell you? Why are you sitting in I.S.U.P.K classes? Why aren't you in the I.S.U.P.K?
Right.
Why aren't you in the I.S.U.P.K? Because you're like those ones that's in the 5th chapter of Maccabees that sought to get a name, like Judas Maccabees, and got killed. Or like those ones that Jesus and Peter saw, and they got killed. Understand what I'm saying? Because they chose to do some valiant act and not to join the man who the Most High is with, and that's Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? So y'all keep wasting y'all goddamn time out there, man.
Right.
Keep wasting y'all time. Keep glory seeking. Keep seeking vainglory and everything like that. Trying to get all these women with this knowledge that you got and everything like that, that you still in front of the prophets of the Most High, and watch how the Most High deal with your ass, man.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? Swallow that bitch ass pride that you think that you have that's worth nothing, and come into the real ranks of the prophets of the old. And that's the I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to follow that.
He's like, what?
Right.
You can't back it up, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say it, you know. I'm saying I.S.U.P.K, man, we're home to truth. It wouldn't make sense for, you know, a brother or anybody else, you know what I'm saying, like one of us to go sit with them. It just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It's backwards.
It's like drinking watered down wine.
Dang.
Right.
It's cold. Tragic.
Damn right. Straight.
You don't want it no more. It's like putting ice in wine and just letting the ice melt. It's just like, I'm good.
Ice ain't supposed to go in the way.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
Dang.
Tragic.
You got it, though. Oh. Well, what scripture we on?
2 Chronicles.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get that.
What, 2 Chronicles? 15 and 17?
15:7.
15 and 7?
Uh-huh.
2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 7. Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
Right. So faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think the Facebook just went out. You know what I'm saying? Be ye strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, every man's going to be rewarded according to his work. You know, they're going to be rewarded accordingly and such. Okay, it's still going?
On the Instagram. I mean, I say Instagram. I'm at YouTube. It's like, we got Instagram. All right, I'm gonna set this back up though.
Yeah.
What you got for me?
Read that one more time for me.
15, chapter 7. All right.
What book?
2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 7. Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
Right. So don't let your hands be weak. You know, brothers, like, you know, brothers in other camps, their hands are weak, man.
Right.
You know, they still praise him. And they might as well be praising white Jesus because they don't know the name, you know what I'm saying, of the real Christ. They don't know the name of the Lord.
It's like some of them don't even care.
Right. Some don't even care about the real name of the Lord and what's Christ's real name. You know what I'm saying? They might as well just go back to praising white Jesus.
Right.
You know, so that their hands is
white
weak.
Jesus.
Right.
It's tragic.
Right. Them brothers ain't strong. You know, they scriptures say, be ye strong. You know what I'm saying? Let the weak say they are strong.
Right.
Them brothers, they rather say, you know, they rather just stay
I
weak.
don't remember what I was getting. Keep going.
Right. Them brothers, they rather, you know, just stay weak. They don't want to be ye strong.
Right.
You know, read it for me one more time. You know, since Facebook back on.
2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7. Be ye strong, therefore, and let your hands be not let your hands be let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
Right. Let your hands not be weak, you know.
Right.
So be strong. Because, you know, there's a reward for brothers in the truth. You know, well, you know, everybody's going to get their reward.
That's right.
You know, right. White man's going to get his reward too. It just depends on what kind of reward you're looking for.
Right.
You know, if you looking to die with the white man, you know what I'm saying? Keep going to church.
Right.
You know, but if you're looking to be greatest in the kingdom, then you know you got to get into that one body. You got to get into the truth. Yeah. All right. Give me right, Matthew 16:27. And 7. And bring out a few more scriptures and close it out. Right, so brothers and sisters got to stay strong in the truth. Right. We all we got.
16:26.
Right. We're all we got. You know, it's not like you're the only person, you know, that's catching demons and fighting battles.
Right.
You know, I'm saying all of us are.
Right.
You know, so that's why you got to call up on that brotherhood, man.
Right.
And the sisterhood. You know. But go ahead.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 27. For the Son of Man shall come in his glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works.
Right. So Christ coming back with them 200 million angels, man. You know, and they all gonna be killing. You know, so I'd rather be deemed, you know, one of the greatest in the kingdom or staying in the truth than to lead the truth, you know.
Then be oppressed in your own kingdom.
Right. Then be oppressed in your own kingdom.
That's tragic.
Man, that's
a tragedy.
Man, we gonna have to come up with a word worse than tragic.
Right. It's devastating.
Right. There you go. That's devastating.
Tragic. It is, man. It's just like the white man in today's society. It's like when you go outside in Americas and you see homeless Edomites, you be like, damn. in your own kingdom, you just a failure.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
Like nothing.
Right.
Just spittle.
Spittle.
You know, that's it. In his own kingdom. That's tragic.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, well, it's a blessing to us, but it's tragic to them. It's tragic. It's tragic. But in the same breath, a white man can also be poor, go shave, clean himself up, and go get a job.
Man, it's a white man, Salaki, it's a white man living right now in Sunnyside, living off of black people.
Damn. How you do that?
Black people taking care of. That white man is always around McDonald's right there.
Yeah, oh.
Bro, I promise, I was in a car with a Christian bitch one time, and she rolled down the window and gave this nigga $5. I told her, every dope fiend that you see, every wino that you see at the store, you better give him some money or you walking home. Okay? Because you gave this, bro, she's sitting in the car with me and gave him some money.
Right.
But if a nigga at the store say that he hungry or he needs some gas, she turning his nose up to him. Understand what I'm saying?
I think I know you're talking about too.
That's the state of Christianity within our people today.
Right.
Understand? If they see that white man because they done seen that white Jesus, then I gotta give them something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Understand? He looking just like the Caesar. I'll see you show, you know how he look.
Lord of Christ.
Right.
Well, he looking just like the Caesar,
A Borgia.
yeah.
A Borgia.
He looking just like that picture, beard and everything.
How slick
back, they getting them haircuts. He eat Mac. I saw him one
like
day eating a big muffin.
Man, premium.
And still, look, when she gave him some money, he had a McDonald's bag in his hand.
Premium.
Coonery, man. This is the state of our people in Christianity, but you hate the person that live next door to you. If they came and asked you for some sugar, you wouldn't give them nothing.
Right. Tell them you ain't have it. Like niggas, that's how niggas work in the hood. That's how black people work in our community. But the minute the slave master infiltrates and walks in, all of a sudden he family.
Oh, they like talking proper and everything.
Right. Man, it's a sister from New Orleans, my neighbor. You know my neighbor right here.
Yeah.
The upstairs lady. Bro, she let the little Edomite lady come upstairs in the house. I was like, bro, this lady just moved in. You trust her?
Hey, she hardly talk to us, and we speak to her every day.
Exactly. Not to mention, she got people living in the house talking about this bean stops going out his brain and stuff. That's what he said. Yeah. My neighbor, people was like, that boy say it's bean stops growing out his brain. I was like, damn,
bean stops.
That's what I was like, damn. That's tragic. And she the Edomite lady all upstairs with the neighbor now. I ain't never seen no other sister go in her house, but she let that Edomite lady. Come on in, family. You white Jesus sister. You gotta be.
We still ain't learned our lesson.
Right.
We still ain't learned our lesson. We invite them right in.
And that be the one that be talking about killing people and stuff. Remember that lady? She was like, if you don't leave, then I'm just gonna have to kill him. I just went in my house. Cause I ain't
white bitch.
Yeah. That one night we was all sitting outside, and she was like about the dude. Some dude was in our house, and like he just walked on in. I was like, damn. So like you know him? Like he just walked in your house. It's tragic, and I just loved. And we went inside, but you don't remember the little fat one?
Man, it's one reason why she in the
right, because she oppressed too.
No, it's not because
she's
oppressed. It's because she's a dope fiend bitch.
Right, that's true.
And she's coming trying to get all of the black rod that she can get.
Right, that's also true.
That's
and white. Right.
And all of the dope. She's trying to be right next door to the dope. Right. Understand what I'm saying?
Damn.
Dope and rod. Dope and rod. That's all she wants.
She already got. She right. I'm talking about like next door to the dope. It's tragic.
Tragic.
That's crazy.
Nope.
We got beans stops.
Yeah, that boy said that was tragic.
Jack and the beans.
That boy said that boy came outside one day, bro, and I just didn't know what to do. He was like, it's a bean start growing on my brain. I was like, damn, it's time for me to go. I was like, okay. He about to kill everybody, you know what I'm saying? He about to kill everybody. He gonna go straight to the trunk. That boy said beanstalk in his brain. It's tragic.
Yeah. Well, what was scripture? 16. Right, 16:27.
16:27. Matthew chapter 16, verse 27. For the Son of Man shall come in glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man accordingly to his works.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Every man gonna get rewarded according to works, not faith.
Yeah, I'm right.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get 2 Peter 1:10.
All right.
2 Peter, man. You know?
Beanstalk.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put work into the truth.
Damn right.
You know, not faith. Man. You know, you gotta put in the action. You know what I'm saying, and not be at home. You know what I'm saying, a group of y'all in the living room going over the scriptures, but y'all don't ever, you know, join the truth or actually, you know, go out and prophesy.
It's like it'd be best they don't go out and prophesy unless they didn't came to the UPK. That way they don't go out and prophesy and that the white man is what they say, Ishmael. You understand? They be talking about the white Esau is Ishmael, the white man is Ishmael. What y'all talking about?
Right.
You understand? They're talking about, you know, that what was that count? Talking about raping and stuff? GMS, yeah. So they don't go out in the streets taking, you know, women.
Right.
Taking. That's what he said. That boy hit a little flip. You see her, you want her, take her. It's like, damn. That's a rape spiel. I mean, that's tragic, bro. And then he said about his little kids too. He's like, he ain't tripping. He said, what you wanted?
2 Peter 1:10.
Okay, 2 Peter 1:10.
Right. You know what I'm saying, oppression is tragic, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the, you know, we stay confused, man. You know, especially with these other Israelites.
2 Peter?
I'm saying Christianity. Yeah, 2 Peter 1:10.
All right, got you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and read that.
2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
Right, make your election sure. Because if you know what I'm saying, you make sure what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, you make sure you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying, you never fall, man.
Right,
you stay
right.
diligent in this truth, you'll never fall. You know what I'm saying, be ye strong, man. You know what I'm saying, make your election sure. Make sure you become the 144 elect. You know?
Damn right, man.
Right.
If you can do it, man. Like if you a sister, you know what I'm saying, like contribute what you can contribute to the school. Like if you know how to sew, you know what I'm saying, start making garments, you know, feed the brother. You know, if you're a single sister, you know, if you're a married sister, of course, get permission from your husband. But, you know, if you're able to help and contribute toward building back up this nation, then do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord see all and everything does matter. Everything does count and every little bit does help. You understand? So you able to do it. If you a brother, man, and you out there and you ain't doing nothing, man, but you're smoking weed and just chilling at the house, man, put down the demon, man. Put down that weed, come and get into the truth, man, and come and go to war with your brothers, man, so we can get the hell out of here.
Right. You know. Yeah, you know, make your election sure, man. You know what I'm saying? What scripture you getting, sir?
24:42.
24:42?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Gotcha.
Sign Christ. Go ahead, sir.
Matthew chapter 15. It's a lock. You say 15.
No, 24.
All right, 24:42. Matthew chapter 24, verse 42. watch thereover. I mean, it's like watch therefore, for ye know not what your Lord doth come.
Right. So watch therefore. You don't know when Christ's coming back.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
Verse 43. But know this, that if the goodman of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, if Salaki, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Right. So if you're a good worker, a good servant, or what I'm saying, good protector, whatever, you would have watched for the thief, and the thief wouldn't have stole all your stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So keep going.
Verse 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
Right. So be watchful, man. Keep doing the commandments.
Right.
Stay in the truth, man. Endure to the end.
Right.
Because Christ could. You know what I'm saying? That sky could crack any second.
Damn right. And if you're out there talking some, man, I'm gonna start smoking next week, man. I mean, right now I'm stressed out this week, and I just shit. Christ can come back tomorrow. Shit, he can come back soon as you fall out the blunt. You understand? Now you all the way doomed. What you gonna tell Christ? Damn, like you all the way caught red-handed, as if he don't already know what you already been doing. You understand? You caught in the act, in the mix. So be prepared, man. Like, I mean, sin is not it's not worth what you could lose. Like, you could lose the kingdom, you know what I'm saying? You could be oppressed in the kingdom, when you come back. You could be nothing, you could just be dead, like, I mean, it's all kind of wages for sin. Because that's what the wages of sin is death. You understand? And that's not what you want. Like, you want the opposite of that. You don't want to be suffering in a place where you could be ruling. You could have all the promises that was promised to your forefathers, and and all the blessings, but I mean, you gotta do right. You gotta want to do right. You gotta make a change.
Right.
You gotta do right.
Keep going.
Where we at?
24, I think 43.
All right, 23, 40. All right.
24.
Gotcha. Now that's verse 45. Who then is a faithful and wise servant to, it says, whom is the Lord had made ruler over his household to give them meat in due season.
Right. So you already know what that's talking about. That's talking about the brothers in the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who kept watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who fed the people.
Right.
Clothed and fed the people and brought out these scriptures and taught people.
Right.
And brought people into the truth. All right, go ahead.
Verse 46. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Right. So blessed is that brother, or sister who's, in the truth. Who's doing work. Who, when Christ come back, he find you still doing the work.
Right, right.
You might be sitting there teaching class and Christ come back.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Blessed is that brother. Go ahead.
47. Verily, I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Right. So you're going to be made a ruler over, even more goods, even more people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we get into the kingdom, we're going to be, we're going to not only be crown holders, but we'll probably be rulers over 1 million people or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You never know what you got in store.
Right. Exactly. You never know what you got in store when you get in the kingdom. Because you probably were a prophet in your past life. And then those past lives got to be taken into account for the reward that you get.
Right. Man, to make a long story short, assure your election.
Right.
Cut all the BS, man, and put your brick in. Assure that your brick is put in by the time Christ come back. You don't want to be like the sister had said not too long ago, lukewarm with it. You know, and your election is not assured. You know, when the skies crack open, you like, man, I sure hope what I did was good enough. Like, be sure. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
47. It's like 48. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming.
Right. You know, he that brother's still like, man, you know, Christ might not come back to in 30 years. I might as well just smoke this joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It won't hurt nothing. I'll just say I'm sorry.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 49. And shall begin to smite his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunken.
Right. So that's Nathaniel.
Right.
He eating with the drunk. He doing it. You know what I'm saying? He getting down with the trannies and everything.
Right. Jenna but naked.
Right. Right. He making Africans into the 12 tribe chart.
I don't know about that.
he doing it.
Yeah, he doing it, but I don't know about that.
He living his worst life.
Damn right.
Keep going.
Verse 48. But if that evil servant, oh no, that's the one. Verse 49. And shall begin to smite his fellow servant. No, that's the verse 50. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that is not aware of.
Read that again.
Verse 50. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of.
Right. He's gonna, you're not gonna be aware of it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be sitting there doing wickedness, and then bam, all of a sudden Christ here, the angels and everything. You know what I'm saying? You weren't aware. You weren't being a good servant because you weren't keeping watch. You know what I'm saying? So now Christ popped out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Your head got to roll.
Right.
Keep going, son.
Verse 51. And shall cut him a slakia, and shall cut him a slander, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gazing of teeth.
Gnashing of
teeth.
Right. So there's gonna be whipping and people gonna be crying. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be jumping off cars trying to break their neck.
Right.
And they're gonna be gnashing of teeth, man. Niggas gonna they're gonna bite their teeth so hard it's gonna break. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be destruction.
Right.
You know. So you know, like it's best, man, just to keep the commandments, man.
Right.
You know, of course, there's only one body. You know, and that's us, man.
Right. I'm right.
You know, make your election sure, brother. You know, put your brick in. Put in this. You know, do the work, man. All right, because you know, of anything, you don't want to be the least in the kingdom.
I'm right.
You know, you don't want to be the least. You were the least here. You were a slave, and then now it's, you know, you in your own nation, and now you least again. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, just endure to the end.
Damn right.
So with that,
I had a closing precept for that, man, because the whole point of the topic is that fear the Lord and keep the commandments. I got that.
Oh, you talking about the whole duty of man?
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Yeah, I got that.
You want to read it?
We'll bring it out next class. We ain't got that.
All right. So with that, I pass the class over to Bakan. All right. Shout out to Just Laundry Products. You can find it at Etsy.com. Shout out to the brothers and sisters who made it to class. All right, clap it up. All right, go ahead.
We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 month which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandments, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verses 21, as well as the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. Purim. It's the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Monday, February 18th, as well as Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. This could be found in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, as well as war scarves. And this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge security announcements. To the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh, and to the sisters, Shalom, of course, Yahweh Shemar Bashing Yashai.
That nigga say I'm a Bay Area. Bro, you be riding on Bay Area Boulevard? You signed out and shit?
Yes, make sure.